Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be doing my reaction and review for LEGO Ninjago Seabound Episode 14, Assault on Ninjago City. If you would like to check out my reaction to this episode, you can be sure to go down below to the top of the description of the video where you will find a link leading you over to Google Photos where you'll be able to view my full uncut reaction to the episode, and then once you're done watching that, you can feel free to come back over to this video where you'll be able to hear my full in-depth spoiler-filled thoughts on the episode, which is what we're going to get into now. So let's start going through the episode. Here we can see the title card, Assault on Ninjago City, some really cool artwork right there with Wojira just absolutely wrecking havoc, and then we start getting into it. Here we can see the arcade right there, and we actually, surprisingly, I didn't see this coming in the episode, but we actually pick up with a tour guide group here, and one of the people in this tour group is Dareth. So honestly, it is quite cool to see Dareth once again. I do like the character. If there's too much of him or the way they sort of write his character, it can sometimes be a little bit nagging on sort of the plot, and I just don't enjoy him as much, but honestly, I still do like the character at his core. So it was cool to get to see the brown ninja once again here, just being extra cool and calm during this crisis here, trying to help everybody. So you can see his confident face right there, and he's trying to save this kid here. It's honestly quite funny because the kid's just taking a bunch of photos as Dareth is trying to save him from this tsunami here, and then luckily they're able to get into the bus here and hopefully seal themselves off from being flooded too quickly here, so it's at least able to buy them some sort of time here. But of course, Dareth's not really going to be able to get you anywhere because the bus is not going to be able to drive through the actual water here because they are fully submerged. And then we get to see this vehicle here. Now, I don't know the actual name of it, but it seems like it's Jay's vehicle here, and it's honestly super cool to get to see the vehicle here for like the first time officially. So I think it honestly has a pretty nice looking design. I do like the feature of it here within the context of the show, how it's able to basically jump off here and then become an underwater vehicle. I definitely think that's really cool and adds a lot of versatility to the vehicle, so I like that aspect of it. So we basically get to see that they are struggling here. The bus is starting to basically fill up with water here, so Dareth's got to find some sort of way to help everybody. He's trying to break open the door here so they can hopefully swim to the surface, but luckily Jay is able to come and save them. He's able to get them out of there, take them up to the surface, thankfully, so they are not going to drown, hopefully. And then we get to see Nia, which is really cool, wearing her scuba outfit there, going down and saving Dareth right there, taking him to the roof. And then it's funny, she realizes that it's Dareth, and then Dareth's like, see, I know the ninja, because at the start of the episode, I didn't mention this, but there's a little gag where nobody really believes that Dareth is the brown ninja, and now he's like, see, I know the ninja, I'm friends with them. So it's a pretty funny moment right there. And then we get to see Gale once again reporting the news right here, and you can see Wojira in the back right there looking absolutely terrifying. I really love how they portray Wojira and Kalmar here. They honestly look like a threatening force, so it's honestly really cool how they're doing that, and I really do like the whole vibe of it, and the whole sort of atmosphere as well honestly is seeming like the ninja are in quite a bit of danger here, especially Ninjago City as well. It is just being absolutely destroyed, so it's really cool. We get to see the bounty come in to save everybody and kind of take them away from Wojira, or hopefully at least trying to escape from them. And then we get to see Lloyd go to the arcade and go to save some people, so it's nice to see that. We can see him picking up these kids here from the arcade to try to take them up, but he gets shot a bit down there, so we can see all of Kalmar's forces here basically going up against them, and then the other ninja, Kai and Zane there, come to help out, and Bentho as well, so it's nice to see them getting in on the action as well. And we get to see Benthmar trying to reason with them as well. He tries to kind of inform them that, hey, Kalmar is the one that took out King Trimar, it was not the surface dwellers, so we need to work with them to take down Kalmar and Wojira. But of course they are not really believing him. They're loyal to the king, and of course course, at the moment, the king is Kalmar, so that's unfortunate for Bentho and for the ninja, because they're going to have to keep going up against these forces here without any of their help. So we can see them going up against them. It's a pretty cool battle there, and we get to see Cole comes to help, which is thankfully there, Cole getting to be involved here in the fight. I was hoping that he would get to have some sort of involvement, so it's good to see that. And then we get to see Kalmar just still wrecking a ton of havoc. We have a little funny scene where they were trying to ride in a bathtub, and then they're like, yeah, we didn't realize there was a hole in the bottom of the bathtub, and Woo's like, yeah, there is. So just a little bit of a comedic moment there, and oh, I just can't get over Wojira. Wojira honestly looks so cool, and I cannot wait to actually see, hopefully, a version in a set. So I'm really looking forward to that eventually. And yeah, it just looks absolutely crazy, just an insane design, looking so cool and scary. And then we get to go back to Bentho here and the other ninja taking on all of these other troops right here, so it's pretty entertaining. Honestly, it's cool to get to see them going up against all of them. Look at Wojira there just going after the bounty. It's such a cool chase because you get to see the flying bounty just kind of trying to escape it, and once again, I love it tying in the other vehicles here. We got to see the Hydro bounty have quite a big role in the season, but now we're getting to see the Destiny's bounty getting involved as well. So very cool how they're involving all of those different sets here, and it definitely makes it cool when you own the sets as well, because you can kind of reenact the scenes for yourself as well. And then oh, just look at that Wojira just going up against Lloyd's mech right there, the APS suit. Just, oh, it's so crazy, so visually cool as well. They did such a great job with the action here. It just looks fantastic. So they're all trying to hold off Wojira here, but Wojira is very, very powerful, and of course, under Kalmar's influence, it's just completely wrecking the city. I'll be really interested if Kalmar loses control of Wojira, if it's still going to be a like very violent creature, if it's going to come to its senses, because of course, from the history that we learned about Niad, we saw that Niad had to become one with the water to kind of take down Wojira, so it does seem like Wojira just inherently is a sort of evil force, if you want to consider it that, I suppose. But yeah, basically it is going up against them here. Kai's trying to help out here, fighting against them, saying like, hey Kalmar, you messed with the wrong city, we are going to make you pay for this. But then we get to see Jay helping out as well, so they're all kind of going up against Wojira here. And then it's honestly a really cool scene here where we get to see Wojira trying to eat Jay's vehicle here, and it's kind of funny considering Jay was being sacrificed to Wojira in the island, so it's interesting to see him once again kind of almost being eaten by the real Wojira here. Fortunately, he is able to escape, though, or at least just gets tossed out of Wojira's mouth, because she realizes that she can't eat an entire vehicle. And then we get the epic moment here at the conclusion of the episode here, Nia going toe-to-toe with Kalmar and Wojira. Honestly, just so cool. I am so excited to see this showdown here. You can just see it here just ramping up. I love how Nia uses her powers here to kind of propel herself into the air by jumping on the different water platforms there, and then she goes head on with Kalmar there, and that is where the episode concludes right there. I'll leave it on that frame right there so you can see that. But so cool, such a fantastic episode. I honestly really love this one. The last one was a bit more of a slow pace, but now we are just straight into the action here. I am so excited to see Nia going up against Wojira and Kalmar. This is going to be such an intense fight, and then seeing the other ninjas' involvement as well. I'm really curious to see how they're going to play into it as well. So it is going to be intense, I know that much. It's probably going to end with Nia having to make some sort of sacrifice, unfortunately, so I'm just bracing myself for that moment, because it's probably going to be quite emotional depending on the severity of it. But yeah, just a amazing episode, such a cool one, very action packed. I'm so excited to see the conclusion of this season with the final 2 episodes, so stay tuned for those on the channel. If you want to see my reactions and reviews, the best way to do so is by subscribing, and then also leaving a like on the video is highly appreciated as well if you did enjoy. And be sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on this episode down below, and just thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.